Part 3 of the Buzz Bubble with Perry Fair at Gray Advertising in New York. Now back to our host, Kevin Kelly.
You mentioned Nissan. Love the Nissan Cube launch. I mean, before I knew it was you, I was a fan of it long ago, and then when I made the connection, I'm like, we got to talk about this. What amazing. I love really well orchestrated teaser campaigns, which it was, and it just, the flow into the release of the car was just fantastic. And the demographic, it just grabbed the right people.
It grabbed the right people.
And I'm a Mini owner, so I know that I'm in that whole kind of like kitschy cool car groove.
Yeah, I mean, it was a fun piece. It worked really great with the millennial market. I have to say, like where I say DirecTV is one of our best clients, Nissan allowed for one of the most integrated campaigns I've ever watched go to market, and Cube mobile device was it. It took something that the designers of the Cube really had a great insight. They wanted to create something that that didn't move, that looks like it stood still even though it was moving, so they created the Cube. And then also, if you looked at the millennials, the way that they viewed the world is that they valued their mobile devices more than they valued actual cars. And the premise that we had, was to take that mindset and apply it to, there's this honestness about a vehicle and, your mobile device, like your phone doesn't take you anywhere. It brings information to you. Right. So, it doesn't take you to your friends, it brings your friends to you. It doesn't take you to a concert, it brings you music. It doesn't, it's a tool. In the same way when you get into the Cube, because it was designed to look like it was standing still, our mindset was, well, your mobile device and your car are kind of like the same thing. you download things into it, you share music, it takes you places, but if you're in a Cube, it doesn't really take you any place because it was designed to look like it was standing still. So the whole Cube mobile device mindset came out of trying to link the qualities of the actual brand and vehicle to the habits of the actual millennial audience.
It was a great connection.
Yeah.
Do you remember that moment? Where did the mobile device tag come from?
You came around 8 o'clock on like a Thursday, and my partner Justin and I were sitting in our
serious?
Cube.
You remember?
I'm very serious.
Oh, yeah.
And we were back with our backs to each other. And Michael Richardson and Shauna Bigby had, basically talked to us about the idea. He was art directing and I was writing. And I'm like, dude. And he turned around and he was like, dude. And I told him the line, he dropped it into the layout. I was like, and we have it. And that was it. And we literally, that morning, we worked almost until 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. And we both got in before 9 o'clock the next day. We were that excited.
You've got a great idea that you just like, everything springs from you.
Yeah.
You've got
Yeah, it was phenomenal. And then to sit down and to run it through the food chain of, this person likes it, and this person likes it, and this person likes it. And you go to the client, they're like, oh, yeah.
Well, we love it. I hope
everyone else I don't know. And it really became, the momentum behind it, walking out of Shy, it was phenomenal. And then sitting in front of the client and having, a really, really strong strategy, and how that came together, Noel Sullivan did the strategy, that the client could really understand and grasp and really get behind as well. And then the work was fun. The work was a lot of fun to do.
You said it, you talked about integrated. How many, I don't know, there's a lot of different pieces, but maybe a few of the different key pieces that were part of the release.
Well, we did a pre-launch where we didn't have the vehicle, so we actually created almost an experiential. The artist that created the Cube did a artist rendering of what their insight was, so we actually created it to be the size of the car. And we dropped that all over LA. We went to the launch of it in the LA Auto Show. We Facebooked that, so we built a Facebook page for it.
Okay.
But we released pictures of the car on social networks before even the auto blogs had it. We also launched and if anybody wants to just use this, please feel free. We also created the first multiplayer Facebook game called Cube Party Roundup. We did banners out the wazoo. We had some that allowed you to not only mix the track from the song, and then you could literally turn it into your ringtone. Everything was really around taking Cube mobile device and making it something that was really sticky for the audience. So it had we had hundreds of ideas that we created, but we really put it through the filter of, is it something that is downloadable, shareable? Does it really reinforce the millennial market? But does it also reinforce the qualities of the actual brand and vehicle too?
Right, so I was going to ask about, everyone wants to be on Facebook, but a lot of people don't know how to activate the market. So it was a lot about the game, and so you're definitely on board with gaming as media. I mean, gaming is all about, attention and making it viral and sharing. And was that one of the main ways you activated the Facebook page? Brought more people into sharing.
Yeah, and we didn't do a game on Facebook. That was purely for mobile. But the thing that we did on for Facebook is we gave them content. We asked a lot of questions. We really challenged people to contribute back to it. Right. So we literally wrote out a list of questions that we would push out to, so what favorite color? What's your favorite this? Have you seen this? Have you seen that? Would you like to download some wallpaper? Just to really get people excited about the conversation of, oh, look, something new is coming.
Right.
And our mindset was to really have people talking about the Cube as they would their mobile devices.
Right.
So all the lenses, all the questions that we asked were basically the lens through that filter to say, we don't want to talk about it like a car. So we didn't talk about it like a car. We talked about it like the next hot tech device that was coming out. So all the things that went out really pushed that type of conversation so they could get excited about it the same way they got excited about their, oh, look, I got this new mobile phone. Oh, look, I got this new this. Oh, look, I got this new that. It's like, oh, look, I got this new cute mobile device. I got this new thing that takes me places. And it's, it was a fun car, so it was really easy to write for.
Very cool campaign.
Yeah, thank you.
When a new product releases, how often is everything handed to you as the creative director and the marketing director, and how often do you get to say, well, the product would be great if we could do that? And I kind of put, any of those, or are there some campaigns that you did that you were able to affect the product?
Actually not that often. Yeah. It's really weird.
No, I mean, I think it's an exception. I don't think it's the norm.
It's not the norm.
I think it's one way things may be going, but a few people are really...
Very few people, and not a lot are successful at it. I think I'm lucky. It's weird. It's one of the things where you get it, and most people don't really take it that seriously. I mean, I know that some people do. Some people might argue that one too. I don't really care. Yeah. But it's always seen as, I feel like how you create the image for the product when it's void of advertising is just as important as what you do when you put the advertising on it. It's just having a sense of ownership and really deeply understanding the brand, but also the very thing that you're selling. And if you can influence it in any way to change opinion of it when it's like sitting on the shelf or when somebody's walking past it, or to have it really kind of get into the culture of the audience that you're talking to. It really, really drives the brand beyond what you spend in advertising.
Right, and we spend so much time in planning and gaining insight, and a product that's done, it's so wonderful that when that rare occasion happens that we can take that and go back to them and say, well, can the product do this?
It's like, no, I didn't think about it like that. Yeah. Those are the clients you really, I hate to say you kind of fall in love with them, but those are the clients you really challenge yourself to always bring them back something that they never expected, just because you really want to continue that type of relationship with them.
That's it for part 3 with Perry Fair. Take a look at what's coming up on part 4.
I like being, it's weird because I sit next to the chief digital officer. I sit next to a social listener across from the planner. I like being around other mediums. I like being around other people that don't necessarily do what I do, because I love the input from different viewpoints that I never would have taken, in if I was sitting with, just with, art director, or just with, I'm sitting at a table with a bunch of creatives.